Boo! I was a ghost, but not anymore. Welcome to GMAT Tuesdays. My name is Kevin, and I'm coming to you from gmat.magoosh.com, here to help you with writing. We're going to dive in and look at common flaws that appear in the arguments for the writing section on the GMAT. What I'd like to do is talk about the flaw, how to identify it, what to do when you see that flaw, and then go through an example. So this first flaw is inappropriate comparisons, or comparing things that really you shouldn't be comparing. This happens a lot in our daily lives. We sort of see a situation where something worked, and then we see another situation that we think is sort of similar. We see some of the same symptoms, and we're like, oh, what I did over there worked, so it must work for this area over here. That is a flaw. That is a common flaw that appears in our reasoning, and it's going to appear on the GMAT. So what to look for? So look for two things, two groups, two organizations, something in the argument. That's going to be your first clue. Second clue, they only talk about the similarities between the two groups, or the two things, or the two organizations. There's no mention of any differences. And finally, they'll often talk about how it worked once with one group, so it'll work again with another group. And then they'll draw that conclusion and be like, okay, so we can say these things. It's very easy to handle these types of flaws. Really, what you should do is just point out all the differences between the two things and draw or cast doubt on the conclusion. You can't draw a conclusion because these two things are different for these different reasons. So let's look at an example. This is actually it's on the NBA.com website. You can get a PDF of all these example arguments. So I'll put a link down below to that website. This is also in the official guide to the GMAT on page 811, the 13th edition, so 811. So I've sort of outlined the argument here, and then we can talk through it. So this argument is about Cerebrus dog food, and it starts out by saying, like, obesity is a problem. It's a problem for dogs. They go on to say it's also bad for people. And then they say when people are struggling with obesity, they put them on diets. And the diets are low in calories, low in fat, high in fiber, high in carbs. And then they draw the conclusion, you should buy Cerebrus for your dog because it has less calories, less fat, more fiber, more carbs. So this is the flaw that we just talked about. So they're saying how something that works in humans is going to work in dogs. And so if you were to see an argument like this, you'd want to point out why humans and dogs are not the same. Why we have different metabolisms. What humans eat is not the same as what dogs eat. Humans can eat chocolate and be okay, but if you give chocolate to a dog, they're going to get sick and you have to take them to the hospital. They might even die. So just start pointing out how people and dogs are different. Because of these differences, you can't just assume that a diet that works for humans is going to work for dogs. Okay, that is it. So if you have any questions about how to write your essay, how to attack an argument, feel free to leave comments down below. I'd be happy to answer them. And if you want to know when the next video comes out, subscribe to our channel. We'll be looking at more argument flaws. And then also, if you want to really get a robust GMAT prep, head over to gmat.magoosh.com, where there's lots of friendly, fun people like myself who are happy to help out. All right, be excellent to the universe.